out of Caribou, and that was a car that he actually purchased a ticket for $10. Troy Haney-Built guy had that car built, had a drawing on it, sold a lot of raffle tickets. He won that car, and now he's racing out here in the North Light Division with all the supporting sponsors on the side of that car. Starting in the second row on the inside, I believe that's car number 40, Wayne Fox Sr. out of Caribou. To the outside, car number 8. Guardrail last night in heat race competition. He's actually going to be starting third. That's Steve Levesque out of Mars Hill. Starting behind car number 40, car number 30 out of Limestone, Thomas Everett. Next on the grid, Ken Cormier in car number 6 out of Grand Isle. Right behind him in car number 5, James Bradley out of Presque Isle. Then we got the 7 next on the grid, Jason Levesque out of Caribou. Double zero. He raced winner last night. Wayne Fox Jr. out of Caribou. Number 72. Julie out of Presque Isle. And car number 95. Glenmore out of Limestone. Start field here in the Light Division. These guys put on quite a little show. So hang on to your seats. I know the Pro All-Star Series, the horsepower. Well, these guys aren't there quite like them. But they'll put on quite a show for you here this Saturday night. Alright, attention here, folks in the crowd. We have a Verizon cell phone that was lost. We found it. It's up here in the judge's tower. And it's got a picture of a, well, actually, I'm not going to mention what the picture is. Well, we want to know what the picture is from someone that comes up, what's on the phone. So, whoever lost the cell phone, get on up here. It's a Verizon cell phone. And it's a Motorola. And it is by Verizon with a black case. And the picture on the front of it, we're not going to mention, but someone that lost their phone, come on up here to the judge's tower. You tell me what that picture is, and guess what? You're going to get your phone back. And I have a feeling I know who it is. I can't believe it, by any way. Oh my goodness, is it what? And that's it, he falls the Pro All-Star Series everywhere they go. And he was like the crew chief, Martin, way back at Unity Racetrack. We're going to get the green from Rick on the starters line. He's going to show him next time around. We're going to go green.
I'm not sure if I got that.
Northern Light Division. My God, we have him in the 1A. That's on the right out. Looking guy driving that car, 1 at the 10 box. Outside. 40 Wayne Fox Sr. He was outside who took a hard hit backwards into the guardrail on the backstretch last night. Steve Levesque got that car back together. We'll see how that performs today. Rick kind of says, okay guys, playing cool, not to the white line. As they get down, and we are I call it. Car number 1, Donald Rideout going to the lead. Earlier he had problems with the dipstick. He kept coming out of the block of the motor, dropping oil on the track. Looks like he's having problems again. The black flag is slipping in oil all over the place. Because that Cormier has put down some oil. That dipstick just wouldn't stay in. We're going to have to take a look at the racetrack to make sure cleanup is taken care of. actually mainlymotorsportstv.com. You can check out the show on there too. So, great way to hit you. You got satellites, so on and so forth. You want to pick up the TV show, go right to that wonderful website. And you'll love that. Top break for Ken Cormier. We'll see what they do with car number 1. See if the determination will be the cause of that spin with oil being put down on the track. Or was it just a mishap on Donald Rideout himself? Just got it from the scorers. Yes, Donald Rideout will go back up to the front spot because the caution was for so car number 6. So that elusive spin down there in turns 1 and 2. Hey, you know what? Sometimes you flip a coin, heads you win, tails you lose. Guess what? It came up heads for Donald Rideout.
Quite the race we got going on right here today. I'm telling you, with the Rustic Trusses Northern Lights. For those folks who've been here for quite a while, that's the upper 40 car. We got to recognize that one. If you remember the young racer, last name of Picard. The young Picard driver used to drive that number 77. That is now the 40 car, which is now Warren. So he's out here in the audience today. Recognize Mr. Picard and also the new driver of that car, which is James Senior, the 40. Lots of good racing happening here. Tonight, the feature for the local drivers to be the Rustic Trusses Northern Lights. We still got the 50-50 tickets going on. You need to buy them up. We're going to get prize up here as far as we can. $5,000 goes to the winner. You got to sell lots of tickets for that. Got that beautiful pace car out there going turn number 3, provided to us by Griffith's Auto Ford in Caribou. Nice 2010 Mustang.
Yeah, they're waiting down there on the racetrack to grab a hold of Donald Rideout to get him back up to the top spot. Right in front of car number 39. You know, Mark York, I see that car each and every week. Seems to be getting better as time goes on. Seems to be that car performing and handling the way that he wants to go into the corners and out of the corners.
Now, you know, he used to be in the street stock. He got into a different car altogether. Now, that car used to be the that used to be Dylan McDougall's car when he was running in the Young Gun. So it's the York family now. He's running into the Northern Lights. Big difference, you know, going down from the street stocks and into a front-wheel drive unit.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, you're talking V8 power, okay, down to 4-cylinder power. I believe there's a difference. When you get behind the wheel, you get back on the gas or you have to hit the brakes. You're braking with speed difference. When something happens in front of you, it's a lot different with a V8 car and much heavier car than with these 4 cylinders. And the same way getting
we got to watch them. Pace car is in the infield, and we're about ready to go green once again, Johnny.
See who does it. Does Donald Rideout get that jump at the $10 car, the 1 car? Yeah, he might. Let's see what happens. Green in the air.
Don Rideout leading away, heading turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn 4, here he comes, your race leader.
Yeah, back to car number 8. Having a much more successful night here so far after last night's heat race. He's looking to catch Don
out there leading the way. Here he is coming out of turn number 4. Leading the way.
I want to mention that car number 6 Cormier. Yes, it looks like the oil. They fixed the crawler real quick in there. He's back on the speedway. He's moving his way up. and he's just happy to be back racing for $10.
He used to be racing downstate. Mark York leading the way. So look, Challenge on the outside.
Trackside with the top and have a quick little interview with each and every one of them, and we'll find out what he thinks about that brand new car that he built, Steve Levac.
As Johnny makes his way down to the racetrack, I'd like to remind her we still have 50-50 ticket sales going on as we see the Queen Bee of the Bumblebee crowd rooting for their driver. Lots of yellow showing up front at the fence area. Great finish, Don Ryan. That's his best finish ever since he started racing here with that #1 Spud Speedway car. We're going to go ahead and turn it over to Steve. We'll turn it over to Johnny Crawford down there on track side.
All right, we got car number 00 here, Wayne Fox Jr. out of Campbell. 7 nice round of applause for him. Nice third place run, bud. And I could only see it, you know, myself being behind like that, being quick and starting way back and not having cautions. And I could probably see you in the car saying, come on, caution, come on, caution.
Well, I don't think about a caution, but I don't think that was 20 laps.
No, it was 20 laps. I was right up the other side of him. I know it goes quick when there's no cautions, and you didn't have enough time to get there, but know you got a lot of people that helps you out on this car. You got some great sponsors on the side of the car. Why don't you take a second to thank them?
Big Cheese Pizza, Carquest, CNL Auto, Caribou Theaters.
That's about it. Caribou Theaters, and once again I want to thank them. They are great supporters of mainly motorsports. Here's a $10 car. Let's have a nice round of applause for this guy. All right, I'll tell you, Don. Congratulations. I'm not going to have you name all these off because all the sponsors had to stay on the car for the rest of the year because they're sponsors of the facility. But what do you think? You know, I want to mention a little something. You know, I could see that kind of race, Steve Levac, he gave plenty to the outside. He couldn't make the car stick. It seemed like to get a little loose on him. But then all of a sudden you made a mistake. The car pushed up on you. He went underneath you. Do you think he had enough to get around you on the outside? It didn't look like it to me.
Maybe not on the outside, but I knew he could get by on the inside, and I didn't want to hold him up, so.
Well, hey, I bet you're glad to be in the top 3 tonight. You know, $10 raffle. This is quite a little deal for you.
Oh, yeah, first trophy right there.
There you go, and I bet you there's many more to come.
I hope.
Oh, is there a couple people you want to thank?
I want to thank Troy and everybody, all the sponsors for the track that built the car. I mean, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have it, obviously. All the other drivers, because, I mean, I raced down at Speedway 95, and these guys race a lot cleaner up here. Wouldn't have as much fun if they didn't drive the way they do.
Well, Don, congratulations. Let's have a nice round of applause for Don Rideout. And I want to mention to his crew up there that said they'd buy me a Happy Meal last night. I heard that, so you still owe me for McDonald's. All right, Steve, get over here. A hard lick last night. Back into the backstretch guide wheel. You had Troy Haney and the whole crew over had to fix it last night before we went back racing, but the car's okay, and you come out here and won. But let me ask you a question. He was doing great with the old car. What happened to that one?
That's a long story. Paul Karen got loose and spun in front of me. And instead of T-boning him, I tried to go around him, which I got pile drive by another driver. Ended up wrecking the car, destroying it. 2 weeks, Foster Flats auto repair. We got this car for $200. Here it is.
Well, Steve, I want to mention something to you real quick here before we have to get going with the race program, but you know, I was watching the race, and no one has racing for years that I did a while ago. It looked like the car was a little loose. You know, he gave you plenty of room on the outside. You just couldn't make it go on the outside to get around him. But once he pushed up, you went right underneath him like the car was on rails.
The car was working well. It had a little push, and it would go a little loose. So it's something I had to adapt to. I mean, the first laps in this car was last night when I come to the heat race. That's it. The car worked well. I just got to do some fine tuning. Thanks to Fox Jr. I mean, he offered to help find me a car, and that kind of fell through. But we got this probe, and it's a little bullet.
Well, I'll tell you what, Steve. For $200, hey, you know what? It's not $10 like the one. But hey, congratulations. Let's have a nice round of applause. Steve Levac, your winner here of the Aroostook Trusted Northern Light Division here at Spot Speedway.
Thank you very much, drivers and fans. Our next event up is going to be the Kluke's Auto Supplies Fast Fours.